Welcome back to the Back in Time channel. So, of course, in the news, we still have a lot of interesting conversations surrounding the whole love and hip hop Erica Mena versus Spice situation, where Erica Mena called Spice a racial slur and her being fired and the backlash that she received. A lot of people at that time, at the height of everything when it happened, basically DM'd and flooded Mona Scott Young's page. If you didn't know, Mona Scott Young is the creator and executive producer of the Love and Hip Hop franchise. She was there from the very beginning and who started it all. Well, Mona just finished doing a recent interview with Angela Yee on her All the Way Up show, and she cleared up a lot of things like as it pertains to her position of love and hip hop. She cleared up and said that she is no longer producer and has hands on within the show. Now, if you can remember a couple of videos back that I made, several videos back, I stated that I didn't believe that Mona was involved in the show because I heard a couple of years back that she was no longer going to be executive producing the show, and Mona cleared that up in this interview. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this for you. I'm also gonna play you some of the comments of what the people had to say in response to this video, and then I'm gonna come back with some more information.
13 years, that machine is self-sustaining. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the field. I'm not, and I know it's hard for people to understand that, which is why, it's like a double-edged sword, right? You can't be like, oh, here I am.
Right. I'm not involved.
Don't bug me with the backlash. So I know that people are going to have their narratives, what they want to believe, and I'm not about to sit there like this, going back and forth. Right?
Handle.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah. What was that? Mona. Mona.
That was very simply that the network had put out their statement and they had handled it.
Right.
So people were coming to me, and what they don't understand is at this point, I see the show on the same basis that they see the show.
Okay, so you like,
right?
oh damn,
I'm not involved in the cuts anymore. I'm not in the field. The cast will tell you this. There is actually a group of, because people are always like, oh, the man, where the black people make each other. There's a group of black women, on the ground making this show. And so it's like the whole idea that everything, but that's been since day one. Right. So it's hard for me to say at this point, well, I wasn't there. And so I let it ride, and I hope that it,
You hope that
it rides out,
Yeah.
and it corrects itself, because I do believe that, the network saw this as a teachable moment, right? I know that they did some kind of a digital piece at the end of this, but I'm not day to day on the franchise anymore. I'm making movies now, Love and Murder.
Right.
Okay, so you had a listen to what Mona Scott had to say in regards to her role as producer on Love and Hip Hop and whether it's still active or not. You also heard what she had to say with the situation with Erica Mena and Spice, how she just basically relayed a message from the network, just updating the people that kept heckling her about everything that was going on. The people in the comments had something to say, and you saw that as well, but they weren't the only one, because Erica Mena caught wind of this and she posted the following in response to this video. She said, "So at Mona Scott Young, you're saying that the fake Olivia Pope wasn't your quote-unquote handling anything, just you desperately trying to save face, just like the network is. Got it." And so if you're wondering what Erica is referencing to, she is talking about when Mona posted the following at the climax of all the drama. And this is basically Erica saying that Mona is making excuses because she couldn't handle the heat that was coming on her. Now, when the public saw what Erica had to say in response to Mona Scott's interview, they said the following. One person says, "Erica, baby, have you been doing the healing and listening to the voices of the women you offended per your statement?" Another person came out and says, "It don't matter why you got fired, girl. You was wrong. The end. That let us know that you not really remorseful and you meant it." And another person says that Erica still has to take accountability. She is wrong, period. My thoughts are this. I don't exactly know if I believe that that is Mona's way trying to basically escape the wrath of the public or the viewers. I do, however, believe what Mona is saying is a little bit truth to that, because like I said at the beginning of this video, I had already heard a couple of years prior that Mona was no longer be taking the executive producer hat, that she was going to be passing it along to people underneath her. So I knew that she wasn't going to be heavily involved in the show as time progressed on. I do believe, however, that Mona was somewhat in a way offended by Erica's comment towards Spice. At the end of the day, we can call it what it is. This is a black show with a black audience. And not only does it have a black audience, a lot of that black audience are women. And Spice is a representation of a good amount of those women. And not only that, you know, you have different shades, you have different types of features within the black community, but as a whole, the black community was offended by that. And I feel like when it comes down to Mona, I feel like Mona probably feels some way about it. But instead of her saying something, you know, just blatantly speaking on it, she in a way was passive about it. Because I will say this, because she said in her interview with Angela that, you know, she can catch it both ways regardless. So to me, I took from that regardless if Mona said something or not, people will still go down the history archive and dig up dirt and dig up many instances where Mona made the black community, the black women, anybody look bad on that show. And so if she would have said something in defense of the black women, they would have hit her with that. If she would have said something in regards to Erica Mena, she still would have got, you know, a backlash. So I felt like her putting the quote that it would be her indirectly making a personal statement, but not really making a personal statement, if you get my drift. Now, as a result of all this controversy, Erica did lose her position on the show. They made an announcement saying that she would not return for the next season of Love and Hip Hop. However, I don't know if she is what would be considered quote unquote canceled, because recently she made a post saying that she has more upcoming projects and movies that's coming out very soon. In fact, she is going to film it within a matter of, I don't know if it's days or weeks, but I'm going to leave you guys with this clip of Erica talking about how she got upcoming project coming up.
I better leave here the same color as Bernice. If I'm not Bernice's color, I'm not getting on that plane. Needed this break so much. So happy about this. I feel so refreshed. Yeah, guys, I'm living my life. I go back to mommyhood tomorrow. So we all got back to mommyhood tomorrow. And then you come, yeah. So what, you really gonna say to whatever? Don't say it because I'm on live. I love y'all too. Say hi, everybody. Look at all my friends. They're bad as fuck. Look. Say hi, everybody. Oh, what we started. Little nigga. Wait, we gotta be careful. Right. You ready, Frank? Shut up, Cassandra. Do you have eyebrows on? I'll live it without an album. I am gonna get married again. How do you know? Scorpio season is coming. We got more movies coming. I'm actually going back next week, my final week home, to train for this particular part. I have 1 week of training left, and then I fly out to film for this new movie. So movies are coming. I promise. I actually have one that's supposed to be coming out around Christmas, so I'll keep you guys.
But before you go, make sure you leave your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know what you think about Mona Scott. Do you think she was being honest when she said that she really doesn't have an active role on the show and that she was just relaying the message to the network? How do you feel about Erica's response to Mona's interview on Angela Yee's show? Tell me what you think about Erica Mena still having projects after she made those racial slurs. Also, I want to give a big shout out to all of you who have been subscribing to the Back in Time channel. I know I don't often express the gratitude or the appreciation of how I feel about you guys subscribing to my channel, avidly watching my videos, commenting, whether it be good, bad, or indifferent. All of it is constructive criticism that I take in to try to make the channel better. I really do appreciate you guys for watching and tuning in. Even to those of you who aren't subscribed and just keep coming by, I can see it in my back office anyway, that you keep coming by and checking out and seeing what I have. Thank you guys so much. I just wanted to say that piece. But go ahead and let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe here with us at Back in Time. But until next time.
Don't you feel tough? Yeah. Don't you feel strong? Yeah. Don't you feel like going home? Sure. Yeah. Then get the hell out of my apartment.